Tell you one thing the boss's promotion means.
What?
We're going to need a new sergeant.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look how he's parked that thing. Goose, we'll check this out. All right, here's the genius here.
Nico!
Nico?
Oh. He has got away. If I was younger. Look at my car.
What are you doing, Thomas?
We've come to see you, of course. Why are you standing there? Get in the car. Chase him. You are the police.
Nick?
Constable Doyle, this is my mother, Elizabeth.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi.
My father, Klaus.
Sir?
How do you do?
Morning, all. How are we this fine day?
Morning. Fine, thanks.
Sorry I'm late, just brushing up on a few details.
Oh, paperwork's a grind.
I don't know what I did to deserve you lot, I really don't.
Oh, don't you like that? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good on you, Sergeant Croydon.
What do you say to me? Who is being ridiculous? I should let him destroy my car.
Everybody, this is Mr. and Mrs. Schultz, Nick's parents.
Really?
This is Sergeant Croydon.
Well, Senior Sergeant, actually, not that it's terribly important.
How do you do?
Detective Hasham, Constable McKinley, and Constable Cooper sitting over there. Mr. Schultz would like to report a traffic accident, boss.
Some lout ran into my back.
Oh, nothing serious.
No one was hurt. Mr. Schultz, since you're here, can I offer you a cup of tea?
Lovely, thank you.
May I use your phone? I wish to ring my car insurance company. Maybe they will take some action.
Constable Cooper here will look after your traffic accident report, Mr. Schultz.
My own son is not interested.
Klaus, really, a report is a report. Let Nico get on with what he has to do.
What he has to do is pull strings. He should use his position to sort this out for his father.
Mr. Schultz.
Nick, can you spare me a moment?
Put some details here.
Right.
You didn't tell me your parents were coming to town.
I didn't know.
Don't look all that thrilled. Listen, that stuff about pulling strings to fix things for
Don't worry
old
about
man.
that, forget it.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
Yeah, you just thought you'd ask that.
He is your father.
So, does he have a name, this bloke? Well, actually, I can't quite remember his name. It was Ken or Kevin. Oh, you're right, you did skip the details, didn't you?
Cute bum, though.
A cute bum, well, there you go.
And he even plays a very mean round of pool.
Really? I'm surprised you noticed, Ash.
The thing is, Maggie, should I go out with him?
Well, do you want to?
Oh, sort of.
Well, did he ask you?
Yeah, we'll drinks at the pub tonight.
Oh, that sounds good. I mean, I don't see any harm in
And
it.
he even offered to take me hang gliding.
Hang gliding. Oh, Mrs. Schultz.
Oh, call me Elizabeth, please. Mrs. Schultz is so formal.
All right, Mr. Schultz.
Thank you.
There you are. If you could just sign there for me, Mr. Schultz, thanks. No, on this line here.
Use your glasses, darling. What are they for?
I don't need them. I still don't know why we could not have stayed with Nicholas.
We'll be more than comfy staying here. This looks like a cosy place.
I'm glad you like it, Mrs. Schultz. Look, here's the key. If you go to the top of the stairs and turn right, it's the third on the left. Do you need some help with your bags?
No, Chris, we'll be right, I'll do the honours.
I will carry my own bags.
Klaus, let Nico do it.
You two think I can do nothing, huh?
He's only doing that because I offered to help.
No, he's just determined to be active. It's who he is.
Well, I don't know how you stay with him all these years, Mum.
He doesn't mean it. Anyway, you better get back to the station. We'll be okay staying here. I like it already, and, Chris, is it?
Yeah.
Seems like a sweet girl.
Yeah, she's all right, Chris. She's good.
Lovely hair. Do you know her well?
No, Mum, she just gives me beer occasionally. That's
Now,
all.
Nick,
No,
come
that's
on.
all.
This is your mother you're talking
Yes,
to.
I know. Well, she's a publican and you give her money, then she gives you. There's
Yes,
nothing...
I know what publicans do. I'm not that stupid. We've come from Sydney, for God's sake.
You see, I thought that Nick's dad was dead because he's only ever mentioned his mum.
Well, if you ask me, the old man explains a hell of a lot about his son.
I've just had Adelaide homicide on the blower. We're looking for a Robert Arthur Dean in connection with the murder of his wife. Seems he might be in our area somewhere.
Well, someone ID'd him.
I used a credit card at Widgery Roadhouse. Credit card security sprung the transaction.
When was this?
Yesterday.
So if no one tried to stop him, he probably doesn't know we're onto him.
Could be anywhere by now.
Boss, have you got a description there?
There's one coming through on the fax even as we speak.
Oh, I'll get it for you now. Senior Sergeant?
Thank you, McKinley.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, it's a terrible pick butt.
Yes, well, it's better than nothing.
Oh, only just.
I'll organise a hard copy from Adelaide. In the
I'll
meantime...
photocopy it for you, Senior Sergeant.
Thank you very much, Constable. In the meantime, that's all we've got to go with, so show it around. Right. PJ, you and Doyle go to the roadhouse, see what you can come up with. Okay. You two, try food outlets, motels, anywhere that some bloke might use a credit card.
Right.
It's the blur, and what's he done?
Robert Arthur Dean, esteemed merchant banker. Just happens to have bashed his wife to death with an iron bar.
Good on him.
Geez, do us a favour, would you? This could be anyone.
Look, Dawes, I know it's a bad picky. It's a bit blurry, but does it ring any bells?
Nah, not really. When did he come through, this bloke?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? Oh, geez, do you know how many faces I've seen since then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Merv. Speaking of which, rightio, just the unleaded and the water. That's $22.50, thanks.
Doreen, his behaviour could have been a little bit strange, nervous, tense, like he was in a hurry.
That's every other truckie on the road.
There you go.
Great. Oh, correct weight. Okay. Thank you muchly.
So, Doreen doesn't remember seeing...
No, I paid
No,
up last
reckon
month.
she's seen millions of faces since he came through.
But we did get a copy of the credit card vouchers.
So, with a bit of luck...
Are you sure you're talking to the right
Send
person?
them off, let me know how you
Are you
go.
sure you're talking to the right
What's the
person?
matter, Dash?
No, not yet, fingers crossed. Look, I want you to start asking around again as soon as you finish with that. Start flashing
No,
a
mate,
photo.
this is Senior Constable
You
Nick
might
Shields
come up with
talking.
something.
Right. Has he? Okay. Yeah, all right. Thank you very much.
Everything all right?
Can I go to the pub?
What for?
Oh, I want to go see my father.
Yeah, make it quick, will you?
Jeez.
Bring back the lunch while you're at it.
Righto.
Nico,
Where's your husband?
don't be such a policeman. Your father eats at 1 o'clock on the dot, rain, hail or shine. You know that.
Look, Mum, I've just had the car insurance people on the phone. They've cancelled your policy.
Cancelled? Why?
How many pranks has he had?
Not that many, surely.
Yes, that many, surely. You should not get in the car with him anymore. He's not safe.
Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course he is.
Are you talking about me?
Well, Nico was
Your
just
car
saying...
insurance policy's been cancelled.
I will send him a check.
Good on you, Dad. Send all the checks you want. They're not going to cover you anymore. He's been driving around uninsured for 2 months.
Is that right, Klaus?
You didn't have the guts to
If
tell her,
you
did you?
would get off your backside and find the vandal who hit me, then he would have to pay. I would have no need of a car insurance policy.
I'm not going to waste my time running after people like you.
You have not the authority.
I've got the authority.
Huh. Really? How many years a policeman is it and still only a constable?
I'm a senior constable, Dad. I'm a senior constable. And I'm about to be a sergeant.
Nick, you're being promoted.
Yeah. Yeah, because despite what your husband thinks, I'm pretty good at my job. And you know what part of my job is, Dad? It's going out to traffic accidents and it's picking up what's left of people who've been smeared all over the road. And I don't want this man doing that to you because he will. He'll do it to you.
That is gross.
He'll do it to her because you're old and you're arrogant and you're weak. He'll kill you.
You right, mate?
You want to pick up the boss's lunch?
Yeah, fine. Thanks. How's yourself?
Is he all right?
Oh, you know, happy families.
Yeah. Anyway, what can I do for you? I've got to get going.
You seen this fella?
You'd be joking. I can narrow it down for you. It's not Maggie.
Oh, sorry, Chris, you know it's not a great photo.
Yeah, it's a shock. Anyway, this bloke's at 32, 6 even, 75 kilos, dark brown hair.
Nah, I can't help you. Mind you, there was a bloke that checked in yesterday afternoon, but he was shorter and lighter.
Yeah, have you got a name?
Kevin Knight.
Yeah, and is he still here?
No, I went out a couple of hours ago.
Did you say where?
Nah.
Not to worry. Look, if this bloke comes back, he gives a hoy, eh?
Yeah, we'll
Right,
do.
thanks, Chris.
Okay. Hey, don't forget this. More than your life's worth.
Boss's
speaking
lunch.
of which...
Actually, I'm starving.
Not a single sign of him, boss.
We tried everywhere, boats, servos, all the other caravan parks,
I
everywhere.
reckon you need to clear a pic.
You know, one old bloke thought it looked like his grandmother.
Look, all right, they're sending over the original from Adelaide. Stop whinging. And could you please eat this somewhere else? I'm bloody starving.
PJ's bringing you lunch now.
Did he happen to mention which century? I suppose you've eaten already.
No, I haven't.
Hey, boss, you know what's strange? This Dean guy's supposed to be a merchant banker, and yet he doesn't know that the credit cards will give him away.
Good point, Cooper.
Here you go.
Yeah, about bloody time. Any word on Dean?
I'm afraid not.
Well, we're just going to have to keep on trying.
Are you not going to ask him?
No, no way.
Oh, PJ, come on, you saw what happened. He can barely look his own father in the eye. Just have a chat.
What am I, his shrink?
No, you're his friend.
So are you.
No, but you're a bloke.
Oh, you know.
Look, don't change the subject on me. It's a blokey father thing, you know.
You know what you are, Doyle? You're a sticky bean.
No, I'm a copper. I'm supposed to be a sticky bag. Just have a chat to him. You're his mate. Go on.
Hey, Nick. Yeah. Mate, can I have a word to you?
No,
in my
it's
office?
fine. Everything's fine. Boss, I was just wondering about the sergeant's position.
Yeah, me, please. I'm up to my eyeballs in
Mayonnaise, you.
Oh, very funny. Administration, eh?
Rightio. But it can't be long now, can it?
Before what?
Your decision about the sergeant's position.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I get you. Well, I'll make my decision in due course.
And how long do you reckon that'll take you?
Think.
Well, Dom had a lot of applicants.
Can I take it from this that you're interested?
Eh? Of course I am.
Why didn't you put in an application?
Well, I didn't...
Well, you realise that not of it's going to depend on seniority, of course.
Seniority?
Yeah, well, there have been quite a few applicants, and... well, I've got to be fair, look, but I'll add your name to the list. No worries.
Right. Right. Hey, have you two taken any calls lately?
Well, the phone never stops around here, so what do you reckon?
Yeah.
What, for instance, Nick?
The acting sergeant's position.
Are you going for that?
We'll just go and ask the boss.
You just don't go barge in there and sort of ask.
You go and knock on his door.
Someone get over to the pub. Kevin Knight just showed up. But politely ask him in for a chat. PJ can have a talk to him when he bring him in.
We meet again.
Hey. Oh, hi.
You two know one another, do you?
Last night. Plays a mean game of pool, this one.
You should talk. You let me win.
Yeah, I did. So, you never told me you're a cop.
You never asked.
I suppose not. Can I buy you two a drink?
Actually, no.
You're Kevin Knight, are you, sir?
Yeah.
At last you are taking some
Mum.
action. Arrest this man at once. He's a damn loud.
Pardon?
Sorry, sir. Just, can you take care of Dad?
Arrest him.
Hey, don't I know you?
Klaus, let Nico
He
handle
said you
it.
should. You smashed my car.
You're the old guy that backed out in front of me.
Come on, loud. I am still twice the man you are.
Not a very
Go
good
ahead.
idea.
I don't want to fight him.
You have
Right
not the
here.
guts,
Come
huh?
on, George,
You
just
have
settle
not
down.
the
Hey,
guts.
hey,
Dad.
settle down. Come here.
Oh, that's enough, mate. That's enough. That's enough. You all right?
Get away from me. Get away. I do not need your help.
Come on. No, I'll take him upstairs. Come on.
The man hits me. My son does nothing.
So, what brings you to Mount Thomas, Mr. Knight?
Well, I was just passing through until that old fruitcake put me off the road for a while, so, must be about time he retired his licence, don't you reckon?
Could be. Now, where are you from?
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Oh, yeah? Whereabouts?
Glenelg.
You married?
Oh, well, no, not anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
We separated. Look, I appreciate the cuppa, but what am I doing here exactly?
Well, we're just showing you a bit of Mount Thomas hospitality, sir.
That's all very kind of you, but this isn't really necessary. I mean, my car's okay, give or take, and I'm okay, so... Can I go now?
Oh, of course, Mr. Knight. You're free to leave whenever you like.
Thanks.
Right. Oh, do you happen to have any ID on you? Driver's licence, credit card?
Why is that?
No, just routine.
I've got my driver's licence somewhere here. Not a very flattering photo, is it?
They never are, I tell you. Well, thanks for your time.
Tough. I'll see you at the pub.
Yeah, I'll see you then. Enjoy your stay in Mount Thomas, Mr. Knight.
Sure I will.
Before you go, sir, would you mind if we took your fingerprints?
Why? I thought you only did that to people you arrested.
Oh, well, no, it's just for identification purposes. It's just to keep the files up to date, that's all.
No, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Oh, how come?
Call it a love of one's civil liberties. Are we finished?
By the way, would you like to lay assault charges against Mr. Schultz?
No, don't worry about it. Hey, mate, about your old man. I really do feel sorry for you.
What? So he's a civil libertarian?
Call it love of one's
Gut instinct.
Come on, you saw his licence. It said Kevin Knight as large as life on it.
PJ?
I don't know, well, something's not right.
You better get over and tell your old man he's not going to be charged with assault. I'm sure he'll be rapt to hear it.
How dare the man? He will not charge me. He smashes my car. He fights me in my own hotel.
You started that. What are you talking about?
I will charge him.
Klaus!
What are you going to charge him with?
I knew you would take his side. My own flesh and blood opposes me, huh?
You want to make a fool of yourself? You go right ahead. You don't make a fool of me.
For heaven's sake, Klaus.
Mr. Schultz.
Mum, you didn't want
Can I help you?
I want to speak to the senior sergeant.
Can I ask what it's about?
Klaus, really, is this necessary?
That's all this
I will speak to you, please.
Mr. Schultz, I'd advise against laying charges.
But he is
I
allowed.
would strongly advise against. Am I making myself clear?
Quite clear, thank you, Senior Sergeant.
Of course, we'll see that the matter is investigated.
Excellent.
And if we find that Mr. Knight has done anything illegal, then we'll take the appropriate action.
You see.
But if we find that you were at fault, then you'll be issued with a penalty notice for a traffic offence.
We understand, Senior Sergeant. Don't we, Klaus?
Yeah.
You know this, Kevin Knight?
Hmm.
Is he a bit sus?
Well, it depends what you mean.
Well, it's just that you said something wasn't quite right about him and that you wanted him fingerprinted.
You're getting into a bit of detective work, are you?
No, it's just that he's asked me out to the pub tonight. Well, I just want to know if he's like a homicidal maniac or
Oh,
something.
do you? Well, drinks at the pub. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Wait, off my desk.
What, so you think he's fine?
I think you should help me find out discreetly at the pub, only at the pub, and wear something nice.
So you actually saw the accident. Can you tell me what happened?
Well, the elderly man, he just backed out without looking and bingo.
That was the man in the maroon-coloured Subaru.
Yeah, well, lucky he'd been in for his medication he'd needed after that.
His medication?
Blood pressure.
Yeah, and according to the chemist, he's on a pretty high dosage for it. I mean, it's not exactly serious, but,
Well, it's a problem at least. He didn't know.
Why would he tell me?
your mum never mentioned
Why would he
it?
tell her?
Look, I'm sorry you had to hear about it from us, but...
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can go back to work now, Doyle. Now, the thing is, and I know he's your father and everything, but, well, I think it's time he thought about giving up his licence.
Buckley's.
He was at fault this morning, you know. How many other times? And he's not getting any younger,
You've
either.
got no chance of getting his licence. He'd rather be dead.
Then you'd better persuade him before he is.
He's never taken any notice of what I said to him before.
Well, maybe it's time he started.
Well, maybe he should, but it can't be me that closes him down. He doesn't want to listen to me.
And you don't want to take responsibility for
He
it.
can take responsibility for himself.
Excuse me. Nick, you better get over to the hospital. Your old man's had another stack.
He backed into a pillar at the panel beaters.
Architect was a fool to put a pillar there.
Let it be a lesson to you, darling. Wear your glasses.
I second that, Mr. Schultz. There you go. That's finished.
The glasses do nothing.
Well, then maybe you need your eyes checked. There's a specialist in St David's. Maybe Nick could drive you down there.
Oh, you two know one another.
Yes, Nick and I go way back.
How bad's his eyesight?
You talk about me as if I am not here.
Well, you know, Mr. Schultz, it would be very dangerous for you to keep driving without at least getting them checked.
I'll make sure he gets them done.
You will not.
I suppose you two would know one another in your lines of work?
Yep, me and Nick are a team, aren't we, Nick?
How exciting.
Yeah, we work very closely together, actually.
Road trauma, mostly.
No, I'm actually surprised that Nick hasn't mentioned me before.
Elizabeth, come along.
Must be keeping me a bit of a secret, eh?
There is nothing wrong with my blood pressure. I am still young. I am fitter than I have ever been.
Well, he doesn't take them all the time, Nick.
Mum, he's got to take them every single day as maintenance. Has he told you that?
But you told me...
I don't need them. I repeat, there is nothing wrong with my blood
Yeah,
pressure.
there's nothing wrong with your driving, your blood pressure, your eyesight, is there? There's nothing wrong.
I have had bad luck on the roads recently,
Bad
I
luck.
admit it. But I will take responsibility for myself. You will allow me the grace to do that, surely.
Never mind your father. He'll calm down.
There's something really odd about this. I mean, this Robert Dean, he kills his wife and vanishes, disappears into thin air. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, he uses a credit card. Why?
I mean, exactly. He's giving himself away, isn't he?
And why just once? What's he been using the rest of the time, eh?
Theft?
Or he's living off someone.
Accomplice.
Maybe, I don't know. How's your dad?
Oh, it's just a scratch.
Did you talk to him about his driving?
Well, I didn't get a chance to.
All you had to do was raise the subject.
Yeah, it's not as straightforward as that.
It seems pretty simple to me. You're not asking him to commit armed robbery.
No, I know that.
Mate, if you're not going to talk to him, I'm going to have to. For his sake, for all our sakes.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh, hi, your dad started without you. He's in the dining room.
Right.
Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah.
You are late. Dinner is for 6:30.
Never mind, Nico. It's lovely of you to spend some time with us.
I want you to hand in your driver's licence.
So, I knew he would never eat with us without a reason.
If you want to do it for your own sake, do it for your wife's sake, do it for Mum's sake.
What a son is this, eh? He does not write. He does not phone. He turns his back on us completely.
I turned my back on you, did I?
So we make the bridge. We come all the way to this nowhere place to see him.
So it was your idea, was it, Daddy, to come and visit your youngest in this nowhere place?
It was your mother's idea. I should have stayed at home.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the first time, would it?
Nick.
I don't know what you are talking about.
He doesn't know what I'm talking about. You've forgotten, have you? Have you forgotten Jennifer? Remember that girl I married? The one you really liked? The one you couldn't believe an angel like Jennifer. Someone so lovely would marry a clod like your son Nick, could
Nick,
you?
please don't.
But he doesn't remember her. That's fair enough. That's why I didn't come to a funeral, was it? Well, what about your own flesh and blood, Dad? What about little Zoe, the little girl? Used to hold. And used to say, when you're old enough, I'll teach you German. I'll teach you my language. Your own granddaughter. You didn't come to her funeral. Your own flesh and blood.
I also am your flesh and blood. You treat me like this?
Nick, he's here now.
I don't care. I don't want him here. I don't care.
Nick, stop it. Nick.
I hate you.
Nick, stop this.
You know what I mean, old man? Do you want it in your own language? Your own language, like you were going to teach your little
Nick.
granddaughter? Ich hasse dich.
Nick.
Ich hasse dich,
Nick,
old man.
stop
Ich
it.
hasse dich.
Stop it. He's not well. He's your father. You have no right to speak to him like this, and no right to speak to me.
Ich hasse dich.
He did care about Jenny and little Zoe.
Yes, I know he cared about them, Mum. That's why he turned up to their funeral.
He wanted to. He couldn't. I'll never forget that terrible night. You rang us from the hospital and told us what had happened. Your father didn't say a word. Just got up out of his chair and went around the house collecting up all their photos. He put them all in a cardboard box and took them outside to his workshop.
Good on him.
He didn't trust himself to go to the funeral. He's never been able to face his own grief, let alone yours.
You remember that house he built on the beach? I'd come home from school and I'd see him up there. Along the beams and the rafters. This man up against the big blue sky. And I'd just look at him. And he looked so big and so strong. And he'd wave at me. And I felt so proud. Because I thought my old man was something special. That's what I told my little daughter. And she loved him. She loved her papa. You know, last night I saw her alive. The last night I tucked her in the bed. The last night I kissed her. She was so excited because she was going to spend the weekend with her papa. She loved him, Mum. And he didn't even come to a funeral.
Do you really think I could have spent 40 years of my life living with a man who never felt anything? You're very like your father, you know. Are you going to turn out just like him or not?
Well, if it isn't Matahari McKinley, any interesting pillow talk to
We
report?
didn't even leave the bar.
So he was a knight in shining armour then?
No. If you lit a match near him, he'd be a fire-breathing dragon.
Too much?
Way too much. By the time the main course came, he was totally off his face.
Well, it's always good for loosening the tongue.
Oh, yeah, loosen the tongue, all right. First, he goes on and on and on about hang gliding. Then he starts telling me about his kids. He showed me photographs and everything.
Eh? What are you, kids?
Yeah, how he misses them, how he never should have left them. It was very sordid.
Well, this bloke mightn't make Father of the Year, but he's not our man.
I wouldn't be so sure. There was something else. He didn't even know his own name.
Oh, yeah? Go on.
See, I went to the toilet, right? When I came back, he was ordering coffee. I wanted to go by this stage, so I called out to him. He didn't even answer.
Well, did he hear you?
Yes, he heard me. He said he thought I'd been calling someone else.
No, it's not Robert Arthur
No,
Dean.
PJ, how can you be so sure?
Hey, have a look. Dean doesn't have kids. It's in the brief. It's in the brief.
Hey, oi! Now, I called out to you last night and you ignored me. Did you have a fight with your olds?
Nick, you got a minute? Look, I just wanted to have a word to you about the... What?
My father.
Oh, you spoke to him about giving up driving.
I had a word with him, but he wasn't really in the mood to listen.
Yeah. Well, he's not driving around creating carnage on my patch anymore. It won't happen.
If you don't want that to happen, you talk to him because I can't.
Nick, he's your father.
Excuse me, Nick, your parents are here to say goodbye.
Klaus, I
am
really
sorry,
don't
Elizabeth.
want
There
to...
is no point to stay where we are not wanted.
What's going on?
We are going back to Sydney. Say goodbyes. We'll be on our way.
Just a moment, Mr. Schultz. You're driving.
Naturally. How else are we to get there?
Can I see you in my office for a moment, please?
Well, we should be on our way.
If you wouldn't mind, please. You wanted me to talk to him. Mr. Schultz, this idea of yours, driving to Sydney, I think it's ill-advised.
What are you saying, sir? That I am incompetent?
It's a long, arduous journey.
Arduous? This is nothing. I drove a tank for Rommel halfway across the western desert.
Dad, Dad.
Ah, you shame for my war record. We were not all Nazis. I was called up.
Maybe he doesn't have to do the drive back. Maybe there's another way. If Klaus doesn't do the driving back to Sydney, I could.
You?
When you're having one of your bad days, you don't concentrate so well. Anyway, I've still got a current licence.
But you have not driven a car for 10 years.
Oh, so I'll take a refresher course.
Is that a good idea?
Why not? After all, we have a son who used to be a traffic policeman.
You think I am a danger on the roads?
Look, I don't care what you do, but if I find you behind the wheel again, Mr. Schultz, I'm going to have to report...
It sounds like reasonable compromise under the circumstances.
Reasonable compromise? What are these? Words for our headstones?
OK, Mum, just prepare to stop here at the intersection, go through your gears. That's it. And down to one. Check on your right. You're clear. You're right. Then indicate, and you're away. OK? Beautiful. There you go. You're not too shabby, are you?
I should think not. I quite enjoyed driving.
No? Why'd you give it away?
Well, I used the car on weekends. Then your father retired.
He took over.
Actually, I rather enjoyed spending more time with him. The driving was a very small sacrifice.
Yeah. Jesus, look at him, will you? Look at him. Just pull in here. Mum, what are you doing? Mum? Mum! What did you do that for?
Elizabeth! Elizabeth! Are you all right?
Yes, Klaus.
Oh,
yes,
thank
I'm fine.
I knew this was a stupid idea. Now perhaps you will give up this damn fool driving business once and for all, huh? You could have been seriously hurt.
What else can we do?
Well, I will not drive if you promise you will not either.
If that's what you want, dear. There is one other problem, your ophthalmologist appointment. If neither of us is driving, how do we get to St. David's?
But if I am not driving, why do I need new glasses?
She was blind as a bat, that's why.
Look, I'm sure Nick won't mind taking over there, would you, Nick? Well, it'll take him a couple of hours and he's owed some time off.
All right, then. That's settled. Come on, Klaus. Let's go and see if Miss Riley knows someone who can drive the car back to Sydney. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Good on you, Margaret. 2 hours with my father in the car, that's just what I need.
That means you might start talking to each other.
I hate to say I told you so.
But you're going to anyway, so get on with it.
No match between the prints on the credit card slip and Dean's.
So someone else is using his card.
Oh, yeah, sorry, where were we?
You were saying that you didn't notice very many credit cards in his wallet.
No, but then there must have been, because he changed his mind about which one to use.
Changed his mind?
Yeah, you know, like he suddenly realised he'd used the wrong one. And now that you mention it, I did have the fleeting impression that the first one had a different name on it.
You couldn't find the slip
The slip,
inside.
I'll get it for
could
you.
Thank you. You know, Dash could be right about this. Those signatures look pretty similar to me.
Yeah, well, let's get it off to document examination, then we'll be sure. Eh?
Great, thanks very much. I got him. Who, Kevin Knight?
Well, that's what he calls himself, but the real Knight is a merchant banker from Adelaide who's still there.
Merchant banker?
Just like Robert Dean.
Yeah, they worked in the same bank. They also went to the same health club, which was a perk of the job.
Yeah, yours.
What, so if your boyfriend's not Knight or Dean, who is he?
He's an instructor at the health club who disappeared a few weeks ago, leaving behind his wife and kids. Wade Baxter.
I mean, it's not exactly great for business, you know, checking out the guest bedrooms.
Excuse me, Chris.
It's not as if I run a safe house for criminals either, you know.
Nick? I don't understand that. How could he get away with stealing all those cards?
He didn't. The credit card company sent them through the mail.
What, in different names?
Funny thing is, all the names are from Baxter's clients.
Oh, OK, so he uses their ID to apply for the cards.
Yeah, it just rifles through their stuff while they're working out, gets the information. Easy. Hashem. Well, when did you find out? Right, thanks for that.
I've just had a very interesting chat with Andrea Baxter, Wade Baxter's wife.
But look, Dash, I wouldn't worry about that. She's probably feeling pretty bitter and vindictive.
Yeah, she's very angry, all right, but she's worried. Apparently her husband disappearing like that's completely out of character. Oh, and does she know why? She found out he's had some bad news
What,
lately.
credit card interest rates have gone up, have they?
He's HIV positive.
He's probably planning to shop till he drops in.
Yeah, but judging by last night doesn't make him happy.
He's not the only one. That was South Australian homicide. Robert Dean has been found in Queensland.
They sending him back to Adelaide?
Oh, yeah, in a body bag. Blew his brains out in his rental car.
Are you sure he knew he'd left it behind? Yeah, right, and that didn't seem odd to you. Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
Come on, PJ, pay up.
Great,
She's
thanks
right,
very
he's gone
much.
hang gliding.
He rented a hang glider from the local club.
Well, he's a cool customer, I'll give him that.
You think he'd know we were onto him?
Well, maybe he's not as smart as we thought he was. Somebody get on to Chris. We'll nab him as soon as he gets back to the hotel.
That's if he does go back. Oh, come on, Dash, he's gone gliding. He's obviously not going anywhere. Yeah, that's exactly what worries me.
Look, lots of people have a couple of drinks and get depressed. It doesn't mean they're going to go top themselves.
Yeah, so why didn't he take his parachute? The club issues parachutes with every rig. He left his behind.
Could be just forgetful.
No, the guy reminded him. He said he didn't need it.
You're all right, McKinley. You better go out there and find him.
Yep.
Schultz, you go with her.
There he is up there.
Mount Thomas 209 to Mount Thomas Station on local.
Mount Thomas Station to Mount Thomas 209.
We've spotted him, boss. He's about to take off and catch his lookout.
I've been on to St David's. There's a negotiator on standby.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Is Nick here?
Situation there now?
No, I'm afraid he's out of job at the moment.
Anything
Is
we
he,
can do
Elizabeth?
this end?
Completely unreliable.
Oh, that's right. He was supposed to give you a lift over to your
I'll
appointment,
do what
wasn't
I
he?
can. Doyle.
Do you think he'll be long?
Doyle, see if you can
Excuse me, I've
find
got a situation.
Mrs. Baxter's number on McKinley's desk. Call her and let her know he found her husband. It's all right, McKinley. I've got Doyle.
Come
on
along,
board now.
Elizabeth. We are wasting time.
Hey, Wade, how's it going? Hey,
I heard you left your parachute behind.
Yeah, well, just go away and leave me alone.
Well, what are you planning, Wade? You're going to cut yourself out of your harness? Is that what you're going to do? No, have you thought of what's going to happen to your kids?
I've already lost my kids. I've lost my wife. I've lost everything, okay?
Well, have you tried talking to her?
What's the point? She won't be talking to me. I'm the one that walked out.
Well, you've got to admit it's going to take some time.
Yeah, well, that's something I don't have much of.
Hey, we know you're HIV positive. We know that. But it may not be fully blown, so you've got to give yourself a chance to have some.
I'm going to be in prison.
Who said anything about prison, Wade?
Oh, come on. All the people I've ripped off, the credit card companies.
All right, so you've done some stuff, but what about your kids? You've got to give them a chance to know you, don't you?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because I'll never get to see them anyway.
You even said goodbye to them? Do you even know them? Have you told them how much you loved them?
Mount Thomas Station, Mount Thomas 209.
You wait here, mate. There's some news on your wife and your kids. You wait here, all right?
Come on, Wade, you know that he's talking sense.
Mount Thomas 209.
You've got to make a choice. You've got to think of your kids.
His wife, she's a very angry woman, doesn't want him back.
Make the right choice. Wade! Stop! Wade!
Just leave me alone and let me go!
I'm not going to let you go. Come on, do you want your kids to grow up without a dad? Is that what you want?
Wade, your wife's still willing to allow you access to your children.
Come on, Wade, you've got to make a choice. There's 3 here, Wade, you know the way.
Oh, Nick, did you see your parents?
No.
Weren't you supposed to give him a lift?
Did I make a phone call?
God
No,
almighty.
no, mate, after formalities and then...
That stuff you said about the kids and being a dad,
Chris, it's Tom.
I think you're right.
Nick's parents, have you seen it? When was
Nick,
it?
excuse me, your parents were out at the front. I just assumed
No, I
they
didn't
were
see them or
waiting.
their
Is
car.
right?
That's because they've driven to St David's.
I'd better get out.
Yes, you better get after him before he kills someone.
Idiot back there. He came at us on the wrong side of the road. If I hadn't have swerved...
What sort of car was he driving?
It was a Subaru, I think, maroon. You know, old maniac, to be put off the road.
You all right, Dad?
Where were you?
Stupid old bastard! You could have killed Mum! You could have killed her!
Mum? Mum, you all right?
Was he all right?
Oh, bugger him, he's fine.
Oh, more's the pity. I'm going to murder the old bastard.
Elizabeth!
Shut up!
Elizabeth, such language!
Oh, I'm just starting, Klaus.
You think this was my fault?
Of course it was your fault. You're a danger to yourself and everybody else on the road.
Elizabeth?
I have been putting up with your moods for years. But today you could have killed the both of us, so I am not keeping quiet any longer.
But it wasn't... I didn't...
No, Klaus, it was you. You're a stupid, stubborn old man. Just wake up to yourself before it's too late. Can I get a lift back to Mount Thomas?
Yes, Mum, yes, sure.
Don't you walk away from me. You come back here.
I am not getting in that car with you.
Elizabeth?
It's over, Klaus. Time to let it go.
Do as you like. I have an appointment. What's he start?
Mum's right, Dad. You're not driving. You've got no business.
Give me my keys.
You're coming back to town with us.
Why are you doing this to me?
Jesus, why do you think I'm doing it? It's because I lost half the people I love in a car accident. I don't want to lose the other half. You stupid bastard sometimes, Dad. It's because I love you. Is that enough? Ich liebe dich. Ich liebe dich. There we go. If you've come for your keys, you can forget about it.
That is not why I'm here. Your mother left her glasses in the car.
No, I'll give them to you if you don't want to come in.
I have something else for you. So, this is where sound lives, huh?
Yep.
It seems comfortable, huh?
Yeah, I do all right.
For you.
Your license. Good on you, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah. And with the kitchen and the fridge.
Yeah?
Maybe you have some beer in the fridge, huh?
Yes, would you like one?
Why not 3?
Why not, Dad? Why not?
So Nick was right. Wade might not go to jail after all.
All right, clean skin, absence of violence, mitigating circumstances. My money's on a community service order.
Tell you what, if I'm ever told I'm not long for this world, you won't find me out bungee jumping.
Skydiving, maybe.
Nick's workmates. How are you all this evening, huh?
Oh, we're all right, thanks, Mr. Schultz.
Oh, no, Klaus. Please, you must go with Klaus.
Everyone right here?
I will have 2 slabs of your finest beer. Thank
2
you.
slabs?
Well, why not? I am not driving anymore.
Okay.
And Nick's friends, you will come and help me drink it, huh? Please.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, no. I insist. There's much to celebrate, eh?
There you go, Muscles. You sure can manage all that.
Sure. I have more beer. And friends to help us drink it.
So what's the celebration in Adel?
Well, you know, you tell me and we'll both.
Can I have the attention of everyone, please?
Oh, Dad, come and sit over and have a beer.
Nicholas, allow an old man to have his say. First of all, Elizabeth and I would like to thank everyone here for their kindness to us. And secondly, we want to say how proud we are of our Nicholas, especially now he is being promoted to sergeant.
So he just had long ears. Now what took you so long to get here? Where have you been?
He's been cleaning out his desk.
I do not understand. But
perhaps I can explain this, Mr. Schultz. It's my job to appoint the acting sergeant. In this case, we had a very strong field of candidates, including your son and Detective Hasham here, and I felt that I couldn't make that decision, so I handballed it to Inspector Falcon Price, and unfortunately, he decided against Nick.
Sorry.
So, PJ, you're our new sergeant.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah, good, mate. Well done. Congratulations, well deserved, hey? Well done. Come on, Dad, let's crack the slab, shall we? Come on.
okay, yeah.